Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sunesha and we are gonna create a map for city Skylines. So today we are gonna paint in the height map for this area here in the middle of our main island area here. And I actually decided between episodes here that I will actually work on a bigger size of this, because it will make it easier for me to make more detail. I will have more leeway, and then we're gonna shrink it down to the original size. This way we got 4 times the pixels to work with, or 4 times the pixels to make mistakes with. So cool. So let's just resample this. This means that the resolution will become higher here, which will make everything a little bit easier. We have to remember to shrink it down before we take it inside somewhere else. So now this is the 50% size of this, and this is there. The sketch doesn't really suffer from this, but this will help us in the work of making the island. So that's really good. So what we will start is with this area here. So that's a quite easy part to start with, because it's completely round. So I will start making our sketch for the volcano island here, and just make contours, because we're gonna blur the edges so it looks nice. So let's see, we will grab a painting brush here. We'll get rid of this one here. We're gonna grab 2 different colors here. So even when I press X, I will switch between the different colors. So this is the why I'm stumbling. This is the 0. So we also want this one. So I will switch ones and grab this. This is 125 value. So cool. So we have it there. So let's just see. So we are at the correct place in the map, which is around here. Awesome. So I will of course speed up all the detail work, so you don't have to suffer through me just working here. But we were gonna make the big draws now, the sketch of the island, so we can easily have something to work on. Cool, so let's see here. We want to have this tool here, and I want a hardness of 100%, because then it will not be soft like that one. And I think we will be needing around 400 pixels of size here, let's see. And then we're gonna make it easy for ourselves, and then now we just size it up with the help of the arrow keys until it fills these 4 squares. Cool. Doesn't really need to be perfect, but this will help. So cool. So now we have probably some people with lower resolution and screens would probably not even see what I've done here, but that is bound to happen anyway. So cool. So now I'm just gonna change my size. 29 looks like a good size. So we're gonna zoom in once, just so I get a better view of this. Let's look at the sketch here, what we need to do. We need to connect these 2 squares here, so I will just draw it like this. I want this to be on 100%. Oh, I should probably done that with 100%. Let me redo that. I will cut until I cut the right color. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I corrected my error there. I didn't have that max strength there, so it didn't work. So let's get back to 40 pixels around. Let's put it at 29. So we want to connect these 2 squares, because this goes to the other one. So let's see. We want to make a nice shape here. So then I can press X and just notch it in like this. Shape it. So it makes a nice size. So let's take a look at the sketch. Let's continue here. I think I will actually go with even lower painting size. So because what's cool about, what's nice about having both colors is that I can actually use erase here. I can erase with just changing my color with X. That makes it a little easier for making shapes, as you can see here. So I will fill this square in super speed. because we're gonna have our stream going over here. That is why I added this part here so the stream can go down there. So cool. So we are more or less done with the square. So let's just go to the next one. So I'm making the contour of the islands square by square here. So let's start working on this one too. Okay, cool down with the squares. We're just gonna make the tail here. The most work will be on the volcano part here. Here we just need to make nice contours. I decided to change the shape a bit from the sketch here, so we get a little bit more interesting shape going on here. So maybe I will change it later, but however, this will you have to. Okay, cool. So let's start painting this last part in. Okay, cool. So we have one more square here. I'm gonna connect it up to the volcano here. So it's this shape here. So it's like a backward S there. Cool. So we have the contour of the island now, as we can see here. Let's get rid of the islands so we can see the contour of the islands here. I think I will need to expand a bit here around the volcano here, because that is more or less the flat area here. So I have to make another one of those here. So let's see, 400. Wasn't it 400? So let's get. Can use our sketch here so we get the correct size, and then we're gonna resize it a bit so it expands a bit outside of the squares there, or the tiles. Cool. So here we have it. Or I think I will want to do it like this instead. I will actually use it at not full strength, so we get the natural slope, because it will be a little bit darker than the rest of it. So let's just press once at 50% here, so we get the nice slope. So what I'm gonna do now is to use Gaussian blur a bit here, so it will not, because we have to remember this is 125 value, which means at 40 we have sea level in the game, so we want to blur it a bit. So let's see here. So let's put on preview, and we can see here. I'm just gonna blur it a notch, so it will not be too apparent. It will help. Cool. So now we have done that. This is good. So what we want to do now is to add more to the volcano. So what I think this was 125. So let's see here. Let me think here. 1,750, 500, 250, 125, 200. That's 5. Okay, let's make it once more. 1,750, 500, 250, which will be the edge of the volcano. So we want to grab this car. So cool. So we want to add another one here again. Let's just see what. So I got grabbed the correct color. Yes, that's lighter. So let's press Control C, and we will change the size of the brush to a little bit higher here. Can't I move that one? Okay, so this will be the size inside the volcano we can use. So let's let's put that in. Cool. So we want to make this inside what we want to do inside the volcano, so we can use it. We want it to be a little bit, as a volcano inside, it's a little bit slopey, or it's like a kind of like a rounded bottom. We want to use another brush here. So let's see here, hardness 50%, and then we're gonna use a different color to just make it gradual here, and let's just make it a little bit smaller. A little bit more, or let's do it like this. Cool. So cool. So we want to create that. We want harness there. Okay. And then we want opposite. We want not full strength. Let's just go a notch there. We'll grab the color from here. Well, let's see. Grab the color from that one. Put it inside. As you can see, it would be more apparent maybe. If we zoom in here, we have created a gradual change there. I think I want to squeeze this one more time, like this. As you can see, it will be now round inside, as the dead volcano would be. Cool, so that is something. I think we want to blur this. Let's just blur this here. Filter, yes. Calcium blur. Okay, cool. So that's nice. We have blurred out a bit more. We have to be able to blur it a bit. So now we need to add a little bit more height for the difference area here. So now we have to think a bit how to do. I have to think a little bit about the different heights here. So let's see. I want to make a path here. So let's see. I haven't prepared, so yes, I'm kind of problem solving right away here while we are working on stuff here. So let's go on this. Okay, so let's grab that color there, get our back to our paintbrush. Let's put it down a bit so we can kind of add this in a bit. So we want to add some more height around here too. So let's see. Grab that color there. That's the one we are using. Okay, so let's think here. We was using. Now I have to think again. We was using this color. This is 125. So let's use this a bit. This is around 40 something. So let's paint that in a bit. It's a little bit darker. So it will be a little bit, it's kind of like I'm just pushing my finger through dust here. So this area should be a little bit less height on. So I will just paint it in like this. And then we'll fix the edges. We'll fix the edges around the island manually, I think. But this will at least help us with a little bit of the height here. So just painting in it here is probably not visible for you. It depends on your quality of your screen. So let's just... Cool. So let's add the volcano edge here. So let's see. That's 500,000, 750, 500 is this light color here. So let's grab another brush. I don't think I want to use a round brush here. We want a little bit organic things happening for us here. So that one looks fairly good, so let's use that one. We'll be painting in with manually with this. We have this edge to follow here, so we will just, this will make a little bit a more organic feel to it. So I want it to be craggy, the edge of this, so that's why I've chosen this brush here. Let's make it a little bit smaller, and this will make a good mountainly. I think I need to go up in size a bit. So we got a little bit noisy pattern here. Then we'll just paint on around here. Just click it in here and here. Don't want it to be perfectly round. I think I want to grab the color from the next height here, and that one, so we can switch between it. So let's grab that one and then change the color to the next one. Well, 1750, that one. So this is our light color, and the other color I have here is the one just below it. So I can make it darker here. Lighter, darker, light, darker, lighter. So, okay, so let's speed this process up. I will work doing the edge of the volcano here. I'm grabbing the color from here because I want to add a little bit from here. So let's see. Let's grab a little bit lighter color. That one. Because I want the mountains to be here. I will probably add it in more in the game manually, because it's a little bit easier to create mountains here, but this way I can gain some mountains here, so I'm just adding a little bit lighter here because I want it to be a little bit higher there. Okay, cool. So now I think I want to blend this area in a little more. There is a good, this side looks very good here. I think I want to darken that area a bit more, so it is not, so we get a little bit more slopey area. So that will be the last thing I'm gonna do. Cool. I think this is a good sketch. So I will import it into Wilbur software just to make it take a good look of it. The Wilbur will do some of our work. We will take a look at Wilbur in a future episode where we will go more into detail. I just want to put this our work into the game so we can see what we have done. So let's export first here. Export all. And then I will save it at temp. YouTube test. Okay, cool. So let's open up Wilbur. And so here we can see the island here is very sharp. We can see the brush pattern here, so maybe we should soften it a bit. I think so. Let's just go Gaussian blur with one strength, like this. So then we will just erode it a bit. Let's erode it 3 times. So there we go. Okay, so let's save it, export it. We will work more of it, of course, but I want to just to show you what we have done here. So I will, in a earlier episode, I show where the height maps are. I have saved them. Here is the full path to it. If you want to, doesn't know this one. So let's go to it and let's see, test YouTube. Okay, cool. I will start the game and we will see what we have created. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have imported our map here and I waited a little bit so the sea can crash in here so you can get a feel of this. So you can see the shape is coming in nicely here. It works really well here. I think we will have to work a little bit more on the map editor to make this ridge a little bit more distinctive so it goes around here. I kind of like this part here, but we're gonna not have so many tops. It will be more even, I think, but this is a really good starting point, and I think if we even this out a bit, it will work excellently. I think I will make a very flat base here and leave it really ridgy up top, because mountains are more ridge, have ridges on the top, and then I will have them with smoother ground where we can put in tree in the future. So you can see the level difference here. We have the sea has crashed in a little bit, but it's always a little bit boggy in that part. But at least you can see kind of what the work made, the work we did in Photoshop has done here. So we have made the basic shapes here. I think we have to work a little bit more on them to make them look nice in the game and to work when on the map, but I think it's a good starting point. So in the next episode we will start filling out the other islands. I think it will be 2 episodes with this, and then we will be doing most of our work with the landscapes tools inside the map editor. But this is a good starting point, and as always, thank you for watching.